There are moments in life where prayer alone feels like it's not enough. You've prayed, you've given, you've worked hard, yet you feel like something invisible keeps blocking your progress. It's as if there's a ceiling you cannot break through, a weight on your shoulders you cannot lift. The Bible speaks of spiritual strongholds, forces that bind, limit, and restrict destinies. Among these, the spirit of poverty is one of the most oppressive. It is not just lack of money, it is a dark force that steals opportunity, sabotages breakthroughs, and perpetuates cycles of lack and struggle. But God, in His wisdom, gave us a spiritual weapon more powerful than money, more potent than hustle, and more transformative than any self-help principle: fasting. This is not just any fast. This is the complete dry fast. No food, no water, just you, your spirit, and God. It is the fast of desperation, the fast of surrender, the fast of warfare. When you engage in a complete dry fast, you are stepping into the realm of raw spiritual power. This is not a casual skip-a-meal fast. This is a sacrifice of your flesh to awaken the authority of your spirit. This is where you silence the noise of the world, starve your flesh, and allow your inner man to rise up like a lion. And in that state, you are not just praying, you are waging war against the invisible forces that have held your life hostage. Throughout Scripture, we see dry fasts as moments of divine intervention. Moses was on the mountain for 40 days without food or water, and he came down glowing with God's glory and carrying the laws of a new covenant. Esther called for a 3-day dry fast before approaching the king, and that fast overthrew a death decree and brought favor to an entire nation. Jesus himself fasted for 40 days in the wilderness, defeating the temptations of the enemy and emerging with power to launch his ministry. A complete dry fast is an ancient spiritual key that unlocks supernatural power and divine provision. When you commit to a dry fast to destroy the spirit of poverty, you are not just abstaining from food, you are making a prophetic statement. My life will not be ruled by lack. My destiny will not be controlled by scarcity. My children will not inherit cycles of poverty. The fast breaks the cycle at its root. Poverty is not only a financial state, it is a spiritual condition of barrenness, small thinking, and invisible chains. Dry fasting confronts these chains head-on, because as you humble yourself before God, your flesh weakens but your spirit grows bold. And when your spirit rises, it takes authority over everything the enemy has stolen. During a dry fast, prayer becomes sharper. Revelations come quickly. God gives instructions that bring financial elevation and divine connections. Ideas and opportunities you couldn't see before start flooding your mind. The spiritual atmosphere around your life shifts. The favor that seemed locked away starts opening. Contracts, promotions, helpers, and divine provisions begin to align with your path. Why? Because fasting doesn't just change God, it changes you. It kills the fear, the doubt, the laziness, the greed, the cycles of waste and mismanagement that often keep poverty alive. This type of fasting is not for the faint-hearted. It requires preparation, humility, and wisdom. But when you do it with a pure heart and a single focus to break the spirit of poverty, you are wielding one of heaven's greatest weapons. You are telling God, I depend on you fully. I am empty so you can fill me. I am weak so you can strengthen me. I am hungry so you can feed me with your power and provision. And God always honors sacrifice. Psalm 34:10 says, The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. A complete dry fast destroys the spiritual foundations of poverty. It uproots hidden curses, breaks ancient patterns, and releases blessings that have been delayed. When you emerge from such a fast, you don't just come out thinner. You come out transformed. You carry new authority, a new sound, a new favor. Your mind becomes fertile ground for wealth ideas. Your hands become empowered to create and steward abundance. You no longer live as a beggar, but as a kingdom builder. So, if you are tired of struggling, If you are ready to break the cycles that have held you back for generations, step into the fast that destroys the spirit of poverty forever. Seek God with everything in you. Surrender the flesh. Wage war in the spirit. And watch as the God of heaven opens the windows of provision, favor, and abundance over your life. You will rise from the fast no longer a victim, but a victor. No longer living under the curse of poverty, but walking in the blessing of overflow.